Dude, we're doing it. We're making this happen. You want to know what I forgot to do, though, because I'm a dumb idiot? And
Sure.
it's a thing that dumb idiots forget to do. I forgot to share this over the Facebook page. So I have to do that shit real fast.
All right.
I can't, here's the thing. If we're going to do this new way, which I'm already really bad at, by the way.
Yes.
Which, I mean, honestly, are we surprised that I'm really bad at it?
I mean, you're doing well.
Not
You're
really.
all right.
Thank you for
You're
trying
all
to thanks for trying to make me feel better, but I'm not. I'm failing miserably. I forgot that we were supposed to be doing this weekend for the first time and doing like kind of a reboot almost. Totally forgot about it, and so last night I freaked out. And did I message you guys last night or did I message you guys today?
Today.
It was today. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. So I remembered last night. And then forgot again until today. And now
Perfect.
my life is such a mess, and my brain is such a mess that I can't even remember if I messaged you guys last night or today. So let me so the thing is, if anybody's watching this right now or listening to us, whatever's happening right now, the thing is we started on Facebook and we grew on Facebook. We grew to like 2,000 followers on Facebook, and I love the people who have watched us on Facebook. But also, Facebook's a massive pile of shit of a platform, and we want to use it, but we don't want to use it to go live anymore. And we want to focus more on Twitch and YouTube. Is essentially what it is. We've got 64 followers on Twitch, so essentially we're almost at Ninja Money now. Oh wait, Ninja's with Mixer. Never mind. And then YouTube, we've got 386 followers from that damn Yanni and Laurel video that we did, where we had like 518,000 views on that video alone. And we didn't do anything to foster that environment. So we don't want to forsake our Facebook followership because they're awesome. And they're the ones that have kind of nerded up to what it is. But yeah, we want to move on to other things and still use Facebook. So but anyway, let me introduce Brett. Brett's here with me tonight. Brett Schoonover. When I started working at Mainline, he was the guy who I was afraid to talk to because I didn't think he liked me.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, he was technically my boss, which was pretty cool, but never acted like a boss, which was even better. And from I don't know, I think it was within 2 weeks of working with you, I was like, wow, he's pretty much me. Yeah, we're like the same person for the most part. But thank you, everybody. Brett will be joining us from now on. Carrie has other stuff that came up. He's not gonna be able to do the podcast anymore. Stefan will be doing the podcast with us still. He had D&D tonight and he couldn't get out of it.
It's more important. I understand.
They totally understand. We all understand. So he was finishing up D&D and he didn't think he was going to make it out until super late. So he told us to just go ahead and go. So Stefan will still be with us usually. But tonight we got Brett, and Brett, I am very excited to have you on.
Thank you.
So I said I was going to put this shit on Facebook and I keep forgetting to type. So what should I say? We're live right now, everyone. Come and watch us on Twitch. Obviously, I'm super, super concerned about how this is going. Okay, share now. We're done. All right. Anyway, so we're officially starting. Thank you for watching or listening to Nerd It Up, whichever one you're doing. So we're making changes, all right? Obviously, Brett is a change. You've seen that. You've heard that. Brett is a change. Carrie's no longer going to be on here anymore. We're also changing to be predominantly, and by predominantly, I mean pretty much solely a video game podcast. Everything that we do, we're going to talk about video games. We're going to play video games. We're going to love video games. We're going to make love to video games. It's going to be great. Don't make that awkward face, Brett. That's what we're gonna do, all right?
Okay.
But we might hit TV shows and movies every once in a while. But I think the TV shows, movies, not everybody was watching it. Carrie, the last show that we did, literally admitted that he didn't watch any of the TV shows that we ever talk about. So we felt like we were being forced to talk about TVs and movies. But the one thing we're never forced to do is play video games. And so we're gonna be a almost exclusively video game podcast. We might talk about some things here or there. Big movies come out, like if Star Wars comes out, we'll do like a recap and stuff like that. But we're making changes, and mainly we're going to be doing some really cool things and doing more videos, more gameplay videos for YouTube, and less streaming stuff like that other than this show. But what games have you been playing lately other than WoW Classic? Because that's pretty much
other
what
than
we've
WoW
been
Classic.
playing.
Yeah, a little bit of Escape from Tarkov, and then Overwatch. That's about it right now.
How is Escape from Tarkov? Because it looks super interesting.
They just patched it and updated it, and it runs so much smoother. But it's like a hardcore game where, like, if you don't want to put the time and effort in, like, you're gonna hate it.
Oh, so I would hate it.
Right. Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to put time and effort in. It's just that I don't. Let me rephrase that. I do want to put the time and effort in, and it's not that I wouldn't. It's that my wife doesn't want me to put the time and effort in to a game like that. And it also makes it really hard to play a game like that whenever I'm already playing WoW Classic, which I just finally hit 40 and got my mount. I hit 40 and I was like, fuck it, I gotta get this mount. I think it was Saturday night or Friday night, one of those,
Yeah.
and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I was falling asleep on the couch playing the game. And I don't know how long, I was just little mini naps, and I would wake up and I would get on a boat or get on a Zeppelin, and then I'd wake up and I'd hop off the Zeppelin, and then I'd wake up and I was slowly made my way to Ratchet to get my Fell Steed, my free Warlock mount. And I swear, like, it took me about an hour and a half to actually go get the mount, but I refused to go to bed until I got the damn mount.
Nice.
What level are you now?
52.
52? Man, I can't wait to start doing MC. Anyway, you know what? Now that we're talking about WoW, let's move on to the discussion that we want to have. So we want to do a little BlizzCon recap, and I don't know, man. I didn't really get to watch much of it live. I tried to watch a little bit of it live while I was at work, but I had stuff that was going on. Right. What were your first impressions? Let's start with WoW Shadowlands, with World of Warcraft Shadowlands, since we're talking about WoW. What were your first impressions on Shadowlands? Because to me, I know everybody says hashtag retail is dead. And it's not near what it used to be. But Shadowlands seems at least intriguing from a retail perspective. Why does it?
I think it's kind of intriguing because they're going to have different, like, attributes. Like, you can choose factions to get different.
Don't make me choose fractions. I'm
sets.
bad at math, man. I don't want to do that.
Fractions, yes. Yeah. And then I think it's pretty interesting. They're going to force everyone back down to 50 to level to 60 again. That cracks me up. So
yeah, how it like, and you're getting everybody's getting squished.
Yeah,
and so you have to level back to 60.
Yep.
But then one of the things that I saw is that you can choose the expansion that you want to level within.
Yeah.
So how the hell is that going to work?
If you start a new character, I don't know. They'll have to redo all the quests basically for each of the expansions. But basically from level 10 on, I believe, like, you can choose a different expansion to go into.
That's weird to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Wrath expansion. Well, so wait. So, like, if I start a new character, I can choose the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. And then I start, like, in the normal starting zones, or I start in, like, the Wrath of the Lich King areas.
I don't know exactly.
It's so confusing.
It is.
I think that's why I'm intrigued by Shadowlands. That exactly. We figured it out because it's so damn confusing.
It is.
I don't understand what any of the stuff that they're doing is. I also don't understand how Sylvanas could crack the crown in half. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know a lot of what's going on with Shadowlands, but at least, like, it's the first expansion in a while that's made me intrigued enough to maybe try out retail again, which hasn't happened since. I'd say probably. Well, you know what? Warlords of Draenor I played a decent amount of, but I had no desire to play Battle for Azeroth at all.
Right.
But yeah, WoW Classic's getting updates too. So WoW Classic is getting what are we getting? PvP on November 12th. We're gonna get the honor system. And shit, what else? There's something else on.
I've been practicing.
Have you been practicing? How have you been practicing?
By killing noobs. Running through Stranglethorn Vale every once in a while.
How many level 60s would you have if you didn't spend all your time randomly killing people?
2 or 3. Easily.
It's like 36 hours played in PvP alone.
Stefan has been at 60 for like weeks.
Dude, it's been longer than weeks. It's been like, it's so annoying.
Like, I never leveled that fast, but like, I probably could have been 60 not too long ago.
Well, I have the exact opposite problem because I keep leveling alts, and I actually was playing another one today. I started a priest today. and
Nice.
I got him to level 11. I can't. If you put all the time played from all of my alts together,
Right.
I would have probably been 60 like at least 3 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Sure.
I was going through like my time played on all of them just to see and confirm. So yeah, I absolutely would have been 60 already a while back. But my wife, when I was going through the slash play, my wife was looking at, she's like, oh my god, you have 6 days played on this one character, or is that all characters? I'm like, that's all characters.
Characters.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
It's definitely not
Of course
just.
not.
But she was looking. She's like, "Why is it different on every one?" I'm like, "I don't know. It must be glitched. I don't know. That's
Blizzard,
super
man.
weird." Yeah.
Right.
What did you think about Diablo 4? We'll move on in the BlizzCon stuff. Like, let me know what you like. The cinematic was really really cool.
Right. As usual, Blizzard,
yeah.
I feel. They nail cinematics.
Exactly. But the gameplay, I
Right.
just I don't know. I don't know how I feel yet. Like I'm pretty underwhelmed, to be honest. But how do you feel about Diablo 4?
I mean, it's the whole thing. Like, it was expected to be last year's announcement, I feel, and everyone was just like, and so like we expected way more from them as like an apology for last year. And
You mean the Diablo Immortal
yes,
fiasco?
yes.
I'm still excited to play that, by the way.
Why?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I just I'm still excited to play Diablo Immortal. I've had it pre-registered. I've been pre-registered for it on my phone for a long time now, and I was hoping one of the things that they would announce in the opening ceremonies for BlizzCon. I was hoping it was going to be, Diablo Immortal has released, but they just did a developer update or a development update. And so it still doesn't look like it's going to be ready anytime soon, which is actually kind of bullshit. Like, if you're gonna do tease a Diablo 4 this year, and you tell us, well, we're still a couple years off from it being ready to go, I understand, because it's fucking Diablo 4. But Diablo Immortal, a cell phone game, which looks to be just like a really bad port of Diablo 3,
Right.
and you announce it probably needs to release before the next BlizzCon.
Correct.
And it's not released yet, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I mean, Diablo Immortal, I'm looking forward to. With Diablo 4, I wanted more. I wanted to see more. I wanted them to show more than 3 classes. I didn't want to see just like, it's cool. I'm very excited about the Druid. I'm glad they're bringing the Druid back.
Yep.
But like, we know you're gonna do a Barbarian and a Sorceress.
Right.
We didn't need to see that. Like, our first 3 classes, here's a Barbarian and a Sorceress.
Right.
We fucking knew that you were going to do that. You always do. So don't show us that. Show us the cool new characters that you're going to. And it's just
Something.
like, yeah. I was watching it with my kids, and my kids, like, they don't know. They're dumb. They're kids.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God, those abilities look so cool. I'm like, they look exactly like
the same.
yeah, it's every ability that the Sorceress and the damn Barbarian have ever had in every Diablo.
That Barbarian hits stuff.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, look, he has a big sweeping attack with his gargantuan two-handed weapon. Yep. Ooh. The Sorceress has a meteor? No way. It's the same stuff, which, coming from somebody who's played the shit out of Diablo 3, I've played every single season. I've played it since launch. I used to try to sell stuff on the real life auction house, and it did not go well. They never gave us the PvP that they promised. Although in this one they're telling us there's going to be PvP areas, which I'm still really skeptical about. But I was underwhelmed by the gameplay trailer. The graphics don't look great, which I get it. They're trying to go a different path. They don't want all the bright colors that everybody complained about in Diablo 3. They want to go back to the darker, grittier roots. So I'm fine with that. But it looks slow. Like, I guess that was my biggest thing, and I think Stefan said the same thing too. So I'll fill in. I'll give a couple of Stefan thoughts that he gave. But it looked slow. And the best part about Diablo 3 was just how quick and how fast and how fluid all of it was, and just everything about this one just seems real slow and real not as good. Not what you expect from a Diablo game. But we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna play it, right? Like, I'm going to play the shit. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to play the shit out of it. So I guess I can't complain. What other classes do you think they're going to have? Do you think they'll regurgitate more classes they've done before?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they can go, honestly. But they'll probably just bring back a bunch of old classes and go for that dark gritty feel that they've been doing or before. Just try to get back to their roots, I'm guessing.
Yeah. How would you feel about Paladin? I mean, they've done it. They kind of did it with the Crusader.
Right. Yeah, it would be a good class, I think.
Do the true Hammerden again.
Right. I don't have faith in Blizzard anymore to do the right thing.
No.
So I don't want to get my hopes up.
What did you think about the apology? Like
the very beginning apology.
Yeah.
Where they just said like, this is what we're about, BlizzCon, and then didn't really say like what they did wrong or tell China to go to hell or anything.
They apologized for not responding quick enough, and they apologized for what was it? They didn't really apologize for the content of what they did. They just apologized for like how they handled it. He essentially said like, we agree with everything that we did. We just wish we would have handled handled it quicker or differently. I don't know. Which to me that was kind of bullshit.
Right. Like I understand it from a business perspective. They can't just like go out and be like, "Go away, China."
Right. Yeah.
Like that's a huge demographic. You can't just.
I would have.
I know you would have. I would have.
But China doesn't. China doesn't back me. The Chinese people aren't buying anything from me. They're not enjoying my games. Sleepless Elite TV. Brandon wants us to talk about Overwatch 2. This is another one where I'm kind of underwhelmed, to be honest. Yeah. Like it looks cool. Like, okay, here's the deal. Here are my options with Overwatch 2 from what it seems from what I read. You can buy it and have a fun PvE experience with a story mode, or you can not buy it and still be able to play the new characters on the Overwatch that you have now. Am I wrong in saying that? Okay, that's correct.
Yeah. So you have to have Overwatch, the original one, though, I believe, right, for it to be free or
yeah, you have to have Overwatch, the original one. But like, why? What's the incentive for me to buy 2? Because it has a fucking story mode. Yeah. They're gonna make a movie at some point, so who cares?
People have been asking for the story mode, so I understand them doing it.
But full price?
But I don't know. Better be a good story.
It better be a damn good story. It better. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was disappointed because they're like, yeah, we're bringing back all of the characters. I'm like, you can't kill someone off, please. Like, May, just make May go away. I'd be fine. No.
But May has been a symbol.
May is May.
You know what? They want May to go away right now. Right. Brandon says it's 2 different PvE modes. It's a full story mode and then a co-op mode similar to Left 4 Dead. I don't care. Like, that's the thing is, like, I don't want what okay, I do care. It sounds super awesome. Sounds absolutely incredible. Why in the hell do I have to pay full retail price for that? That's my biggest issue with it.
It's an expansion. It's like the new Destiny expansion. Like,
but it's going to be a $60 expansion.
Right.
Like that's what bothers me is it's active. Old Blizzard wouldn't have charged $60 for that.
Right.
Old Blizzard would have known it was an expansion. They would have been like, well, it's $40. Do $40.
Yeah.
But because Activision's in charge and Blizzard's a massive steaming pile of crap now, they're gonna charge full price for essentially an update. I'm like, I'm not all about that, man. Like, DLCs.
And there's also monetization stuff that they don't know how that's all gonna work.
Really?
Yeah.
But how so?
I mean, just people don't know like how they're gonna monetize it and everything, like to keep it going. Like once everyone's paid their initial fee, Blizzard eventually is gonna be like, yeah, we need more. So either it's gonna be expansions or loot boxes or dances that you can do.
I want to get some of those dances, man. Give me some more of those. Yeah, give me those emotes. Hey, at least they don't charge as much as Apex does, though. Right. Apex is still charging out the ass, and people just aren't complaining about it. What blows my mind with Apex, and we talk about loot boxes in general. I will at least say that Blizzard has done a good job with loot boxes in Overwatch. And if that's how they continue to monetize, I'm completely fine with that. Like they've done a good job with it. I think the games that I think have done the best job with monetizing to try to continue and pump out content. Overwatch has done a really good job, and Smite has done a really good job. Hi-Rez has done a great job with the way they charge and they run their monetization programs for skins. Yep. But then you look at a game like Apex, and they're about to finish their Halloween event with Shadowfall, and it's like, Like here are these 30 items that you can get, but only one's gonna come out of a box, and each box is like $15. And so they want to keep doing these limited time events, and they keep wanting to do these special events where you can buy boxes and do like 2 or 3 per season. But they want you to spend $200 every time, and you've got a player. How big's your player base? You got a player base spending $200. Like, let's just say in a perfect world, you've got like maybe 200 people spending that kind of money to get all that shit. Like, that's that best case scenario, when you could legitimately have like 80% of your player base paying $50 for all of it. I would much rather pay $50 every single time and let them I would much rather feel like I'm not spending that much money, when in actuality I'm still spending that much money.
Right.
Yeah. Like, look at the number of skins that I have in Smite. It's a ridiculous amount. If my wife ever knew, she's in bed right now, not watching this, so I don't have to worry about that.
Good.
But Apex and EA is just, it's terrible. I still love the game, but they do a terrible job of that. But Overwatch, Blizzard's done a good job with Overwatch's monetization. And look,
but you always worry that Activision's going to come in and be like, we need a bit more.
Yeah, we need more from you guys. Yeah. I could see him doing it too. I mean, all of the changes that have happened at Blizzard and everything that's happening with them as a company is 100% because of Activision.
Correct.
And I mean, shit, what was it when we were doing the meta? Back in January, I did the Just Ask Josh thing, where I was joking around about Blizzard, and people were like, do you really think Blizzard's dying? Do you think they're dying? Yeah, they absolutely are.
Right.
They've shown signs of dying or before that. Like, this is when people started leaving in mass from Blizzard. But they showed signs of dying a year before that, and you just keep seeing decision after decision from this company that's not in line with what Blizzard ever has been, and it's really disappointing.
Yeah. Did you see the new game mode for Overwatch 2 for the PvP or whatever? The push or whatever?
Yeah. Wasn't that a game mode in Team Fortress?
I don't know. I didn't play Team Fortress much.
I feel like it was, because it's just one cart being pushed from on opposite sides, right? Yeah, and you just try to push it back and forth. I'm pretty sure that's a TF2 game mode. Has any company or game ever profited off of the ingenuity and the creativity of another game like Overwatch has with Team Fortress 2? Stupid Valve for not caring about trying to turn their games into something bigger than they are.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you feel about League of Legends, Dota, like which came first and all that stuff. But yes,
I'm an old Heroes of New Worth stan. So yes, so really, they all stole from Heroes of New Worth anyway. That was the first one. Did you ever play that one?
I did not. Skyline was big into that one.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude, he's got some YouTube videos you could check out.
Ooh, let's go to Skyline's YouTube and watch his Heroes of New Earth videos. That's literally sounds like the last thing I would want to do. I'd rather go back and watch the documentary on the bronies who watch My Little Pony than freaking watch Skyline's Heroes of New Earth videos. Great guy, super weird, super weird concoction of games that he chooses to play. But Heroes of New Earth was my first dive into the MOBA world. But I tried to play it like I was playing WoW or like I was playing Warcraft.
Sure.
And I was going down the lane. I'm like, I'll murder all these little guys. And I just die every time. I'm like, I don't get this. I quit. And then I went right back to WoW. Because I think I played that during the Wrath of the Lich King days. What else came out at BlizzCon? Anything big that we're missing?
Let's see. No, we hit the horrible apology and their 3 main games.
What do you mean? It was a true apology.
Go
ahead. Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, if it was a true apology, it probably would have lasted a bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. And it wouldn't have felt as scripted, and it would have felt a little bit more heartfelt. Right. The one thing, Covenants in Shadowlands, whenever that releases for World of Warcraft, the Covenant ability isn't a direct combat ability, but it's a utility one, right? So
Yeah.
like maybe it increases movement speed and stuff like that. But do we know much more about the covenant, like how the covenants work?
No, I don't think they've released too much about it.
Damn, man, that's the thing is
Right.
like here's the BlizzCon recap, guys. If you really want to know what my recap is, they didn't tell us a goddamn thing.
Right.
It was one of the most disappointing BlizzCons of recent memory, and I didn't think that they'd be able to beat last year's disappointment because I thought that there would be a Diablo 4 announcement, just like everybody else thought there would be a Diablo 4 announcement, and then they gave us Diablo Immortal. But the reason why this one's more disappointing than last year's is because they actually gave us a Diablo 4 announcement, and I'm super underwhelmed by it. Right. It's like the highlights of it is like they have no release date yet. It's non-linear, which sounds interesting because Diablo's never done non-linear before, right? Like it's always been pretty straight in line.
Yeah.
Which is cool. The open world, there's 5 open world regions, which is going to be pretty cool. They says there's only, like, here's the deal. I thought that there would be more classes too. We were talking about the classes earlier with Sorceress, Barbarian, and Druid. There's only going to be 5, so there's only 2 classes they haven't announced.
Still in, right.
Which sucks. I want to see from this. I want to see crossplay. Because it's being developed for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. I don't know how you could do that. I don't know if you could do that, but I would love to see crossplay. To be able to play with everybody on any platform at any time. But then, like, Overwatch 2, it's just more of the same. Cool, new game mode. Cool, new hero. You've done that without releasing a new game, and now you want me to pay more money. Like, that's the thing is, BlizzCon 2019 was a massive disappointment.
It was.
And I wanted more from it. And
it basically met all expectations of what everyone thought, and you always want BlizzCon to give you that little extra at the end of the day. Yeah. And so like everyone's expectations were met, and you're just like, cool.
Do you think part of that's because of all the leaks though?
I mean, no. I still think even if you knew there was leaks, like you can still come out with 1 or 2 things that you can show off that hadn't been seen. Like it's just them being lazy, I feel.
Yeah. Well, you know, what's his name? Kaplan. Whenever Kaplan came out and said, you know what? I'm really bad at public speaking, and I forgot everything that I was supposed to talk about. But it's okay because the internet tells me what I'm supposed to talk about already. And he's like, it's really frustrating as a game developer. It's really frustrating as a game developer to just see all these leaks come on every single hour of every single day. It's super frustrating. Right. It was fun to see him go off script like that, but I mean, like that's I want to see more from Blizzard. I wanted to see some kind of legitimate goodwill from Blizzard. I wanted to see a legitimate surprise, but we didn't get any of that.
Nothing.
And so luckily, I have tons of games that I'm playing right now, and tons of games. Like my backlog of games is absolutely insane. I haven't finished Borderlands 3. I started playing The Outer Worlds, which is an incredible game, and I was hoping Stefan would be on tonight so he could tell us his thoughts on The Outer World. I am still playing. I got tons of WoW Classic to play. I still have to do stuff on Destiny, so I've got a backlog of things that I need to do. So it's not like I'm hurting for a game and just wishing that Diablo Immortal or Diablo 4 or Overwatch 2 would just be out now. But I wanted a surprise. Like, quit giving us more of the same. Blow us away with a brand new property, right?
Yeah.
Like I know people were saying World of Diablo, like let's get a Diablo MMO. They don't need to do that.
No.
But just
I feel
give
like
us
they just
something
divide
new.
a base of people that already exists, like that doesn't do anything for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah, but it was disappointing. That's my recap. That's my recap of BlizzCon. Was there anything in there during any of the announcements that just got you really, really excited?
I mean, the music in the Hearthstone trailer was pretty good. It was like very Flash Gordon-esque, but other than that, you know.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. It's Hearthstone, man.
Hearthstone, right?
Like, how are we supposed to get hyped about that? One thing we haven't gotten to talk about, and maybe we'll talk about it a little bit more next week. But I immediately thought of this because I'm juxtaposing the announcements that Blizzard made at BlizzCon versus the announcements that Riot made about all their game titles, and a lot of their shit looks incredible, man.
It does, and like that's the thing is like Blizzard has this opportunity to like show why they're Blizzard or whatever, and like be like, Riot, sit down, and they're just like, nope, this is what we got. Like,
this is a massive opportunity for Riot to make a huge push with all these other games that are coming out. The what is it? Project F, is that's the Counter-Strike clone, right?
I believe, yes.
The one that looks like a mixture between Overwatch and Counter-Strike. That one looks absolutely incredible. But the fact that there's still rumors flying around that Riot is working on a League of Legends MMO.
Right.
Dude, if they make that announcement, Blizzard needs to legitimately, for the first time ever. Never thought I would say this. I always thought, like, whenever I was talking about games and people say, "Oh, Blizzard needs to be scared." Freaking Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars: The Old Republic is about to release. It's like people are like, "Oh, Blizzard needs to be scared." I'm like, I mean, it's cool that we're gonna have lightsabers, but no, they don't.
No.
Guild Wars 2, Blizzard needs to be scared. No, they don't. Warhammer Online, Blizzard needs to be scared. No, they don't. That would be the first time where I legitimately would sit there and be like, oh, Blizzard legitimately needs to be scared. Like, they really need to be afraid if Riot actually makes an MMO based off of the world of League of Legends. That'd be absolutely incredible. But they're doing everything right. Blizzard's doing everything wrong. Do you have any final thoughts? Because I want to go to bed.
Nope, I'll let you go to bed.
Okay.
I think we've covered the fact that I'm just disappointed in Blizzard.
Yeah.
And, like, it is what it is. So there's always next year.
Oh, God. No, that's what we said last year.
I'm a Cubs fan, and so, like...
that's your mantra.
Like, that's just my mantra. There's always next year.
There's always next year. Yeah. BlizzCon 2019, super disappointing. That's all we have to say about it anymore, because I don't want to freaking beat this into the ground. Thank you for watching the new Nerded Up, or listening to the new Nerded Up, whichever way you're watching it. You can follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/NerdedUp, or just search us on there, @NerdedUpPod on Twitter, and twitch.com/NerdedUp. Thanks for watching, everybody. Brett, good first time. We'll have Stefan with us next time, and we'll see you guys next time.